Yo, what's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? Whoops, had that off for a minute. What's up? What's up? What's up? How's everybody doing today? What's going on? What's going on? Thank y'all for tuning in to another The Elliot's live fitness stream. So today we got a few things on the menu today, and today's a special day for me too because I got to make it another somewhat short, sweet, straight to the point one. Been a busy week, graduation week. I don't know if it's graduation week where you are, but where I'm at is graduation week all over the place, from colleges to elementaries to high schools to what have you. So it's a lot of stuff going on, and it's one of those mornings this morning, but we still gonna get one in today because, you know, we have to. There's stuff going on in the world, and we got to at least pay a little bit of attention to it, but we can't just be all doom and gloom and sad about it. We got to, take it with a grain of salt and also be understanding and know how to prepare for what's to come, be able to see what most of us probably don't see or some of us do see, and have our own perspective. And let's have an engaging conversation and talk about it with a little bit of twist on it as well, of course. And of course, we always got to start our videos out if we can. If this works, does this work? No, it doesn't. It gives me fireworks. Maybe if it's one thumb. Does one thumb do it? There we go. If you can hit that like button right there, that'll save or get the algorithm going for everybody to see it, because we are streaming on Twitch, Kick, and YouTube as well. And if you're on any one of those platforms, click my link tree, which is in the bio of each of those, and you can find my other links to each other live source. But with that being said, of course, we got to start our day off. And we got to start our show off from the fitness aspect, because as you know, your boy's an online fitness coach, and we always have to do a little bit of fitness. And we got to see what's going on in the fitness world today, first things first. And we always have to start out with a, we always got to start out with what's going on in the fitness world. And we're going to start off in a fitness world, and we're going to do it in a fashion of, we're going to have some impressive fitnesses, and we're going to have some WTF fitnesses. So first of all, we're going to start off with an impressive fitness. Let's go ahead and start off with some impressive fitness. So let's see what we get. Let's get this up here on the screen real quick for you. And we're going to start out with an impressive fitness maneuver that this said individual did. At least I think it was impressive. You may or may not think, but I think this is pretty impressive. Let's go ahead and check out and let's see what this individual did. And y'all just might have a got moment, so control your lust. Here we go. Let's roll the footage. All right, so here we go. So we got a young lady here. She's on the squat, and we're going to see what's so impressive about the squat. So here we go. Up. Too much depth. Okay, all right. That was good. I got to give her credit for that one. That was good. That was rather nice. To be in that position and to stand up with mobility and strength, I gotta give her credit for that one. That was actually pretty impressive. That was quite impressive. I'm gonna get it one more time. Cause look, she went both feet flat to the floor, heels touching the ground, all the way. That was good. That was really impressive. Even if it's not that much weight on the bar or not, that's still a good move to make. So we gonna give her credit for that. I wish I had a soundboard to give her some what kind of music, like some congratulations music or some encouragement music, because that's what I need to have for people who do stuff like this. That was really nice. That was really nice. And then we got let's see, we got a little fitness fail for you. So here we go. I'm gonna pull this one up on the screen. We got a little fitness fail. For some of y'all who are starving, this might be right up y'all's alley with your lust addiction. But we're gonna roll the footage and see what the fail is. So let's see what happens in the situation. And we all know, if you don't know what this machine is, this is your adductor machine. But I think since she's going out, this is your abductor. So it's working in the outer hip portions of your legs. But let's see what happens. Let's go ahead and roll the footage. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's painful. That's not too good. Now, I don't know about you, but I would probably leave the gym in that case. That's just me. But I don't think she broke the machine. I just don't think that it was latched down all the way. I don't think she had it pressed down all the way. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think she had the thing pressed down all the way to where the holes are supposed to be. So I think that's why that situation happened. That's why that occurred. That's why she went face first. Now, luckily, she could have face planted a lot harder than she did into that. I don't know if that's metal in front of her. It could be, depending on what machine you're using. But she could have face planted a lot worse. That could have ended up a lot worse than what it looked like. But, you know, she caught a break. So kudos to her, because look, she went back into doing it. She ain't even give up. She a trooper. So shout out to her for that. Shout out to her. She kept going. She kept on going. All right, so let's see here what we got next coming up. So then next we're gonna roll into, what did I have? We're gonna have some Planet Fitness. Just another day at Planet Fitness is what this is called. So we're gonna see what's going on in the world of Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness seemed to be having a whole lot of fails going on. And I don't know what's going on there. I think I've only been there once or twice, and I personally don't go there because they got this sign at the top that says it's like a grunt meter or something like that. You know, like in gyms, you know, people like yell or grunt or make noises when they're trying to push weight up and stuff like that. People yell and scream or whatever. And if you do that, I guess it'll go off. I ain't never heard it go off. You know what I mean? I've never heard it go off before, but I didn't see anybody try to test it, and it kind of give you that awkward feeling. But anyway, with that being said, let's go and check out what's going on in the world of Planet Fitness. Let's see what they got going on. Ah, that's nasty. His face was all in the seat. Oh, man. Somebody left a snail trail. It's a wrap. Somebody didn't wipe properly. Oh, man. Look. Oh, his face is all in the seat. That's nasty. You need to sanitize his face on that one, boy. That's nasty. Gross. That is gross. One more time. I don't know what she's doing, but if it works, it works. But this right here, oh, buddy, no. And his stroke game gonna be through the roof. That's nasty. Now, here, speaking on what I was talking about earlier with the grunt thing, I actually did find somebody who was grunting in the gym at a Planet Fitness, and this is what it sounds like when the meter goes off in the Planet Fitness. And listen to my man grunt as he's doing his weights. So let's hear my man do a leg press. He's gonna give out a manly grunt here. So let's hear him out and let's see what it sounds like. So here we go. Planet Fitness. Here's what the meter sounds like when you grunt too much or you do too much inside Planet Fitness. Check him out. I guess you can't moan, you can't grunt, you can't scream. Let's hear him one more time. Let's do his grunt. And listen to that alarm, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. You cannot make no noises. And then this goes off. That's worse than the noise that he made. It's a whole fire alarm that goes off if you make a, because they have that sign up there says no grunting, and there's like actual like little, I don't know, red light next to it. So personally, that's why I don't go to Planet Fitness. Been there once, twice, wasn't too impressed. Not to talk down on them or anything, but if that's the noise that goes off when you grunt or even moan or whatever the case may be, that's just trash in my opinion. That is straight garbage. That's whack. That is weak sauce all the way. But we got some more funny moments. So we're gonna go over next to our next fitness part of our segment here. And we got 8 funny moments that happen to people in the gym. So let's go ahead and pull this one up. And let's just take a look real quick. We're going to see, I don't know what gym that they're at. I don't think they're at a particular gym, but it's just different funny moments happening in gyms. So let's check out what's going on. Let's go ahead and roll the footage. Let's go. Okay, lightweight, high reps. All right. Whatever. He's chilling. He's chilling. Oh. 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 No. Not enough. Too much weight. Eat, sleep, and train. My man said I'll rest between sets. Hey, I'm actually okay with that one. That's not a bad idea. She getting her abs in slowly but surely while she read a book. She might have narcolepsy, so she's killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Shout out to her. Yeah. Nah, you can't have your hair touching the floor, sweetheart. That's nasty. Oh man, not 1 push-up rep. Not 1. Oh man, no. You haven't done not 1 push-up rep, bro. You're fired. You're fired. No, sir. I don't know if he's in the gym or in the locker room. I don't know what part of the gym that is. That looks weird. Ain't nobody gonna tell Pawpaw nothing. Look at him. Ain't nobody gonna say jack to Pawpaw. He's like, yeah, da-da-da. Ain't nobody gonna say Nathan. This is just embarrassing. He took all the weights. He took all the 45 plates for nothing. He was about to do a set. Look at him. He about to do a set. He fell asleep. He dozed off. What's up, Mangoes? What's up, Queenie? I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for being in here. I appreciate it. Yeah, she getting that. She getting them abs and that reading in. So I'm fully with her on that one. And she ain't even got to be fully like gym attire. That's just your hair is touching the floor, baby. You gotta. No, that's not good. This guy. Come on. Somebody should have said, "Give us 1. Give us 1 push-up." I know, right? They are way too funny in this gym. They out here losing it. They wilding. They are wilding in the gym. My man couldn't get 1 push-up in, so I'm kind of disappointed in him. And plus, his friends is sitting right there next to him, not doing nothing to help him out. They just sitting there letting a man do all these nonsense reps. Just he ain't got no true friends. I'm really upset at him. And it's not his fault. Nobody want to hold him accountable just to get 1 rep in. We all know what a rep of push-ups is. He didn't get not 1. Not 1. And you had Pawpaw swinging, and then you had the other Pawpaw who was taking a rest between sets, and he almost started another set, but he ended up like this before he started his next rep. He was like... Eat, sleep, train was on his shirt. How ironic. Oh man. All right, anyhow, We got one more video, all right? So we got one more video. This is a more heartwarming, more enlightening. So if you're trying to train your children for the gym, make sure you start them young. You know, and this is a very heartwarming video. I normally wouldn't want to show kids on this one, but this one's a good one to see. So let's check out little man here and see what he got going on. Let's see. Let's get him up. Look at his face. Isn't he adorable? He sure is. He sure is. Or is it a she? I think it's a he. But anyway, let's see what he got. Let's put these muscles to the test. What's up, Lillian? Thank you for being in here. Let's watch little man put these muscles to the test. Let's show him. Here we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. Yeah. All right.
Que terra mais lindo, mano. Que terra mais linda.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You see that there? He's like, check out these muscles. And listen. You see, did you hear him grunt? If he was in Planet Fitness, that bell would have went off on his ass. He would have panicked. But shout out to him, man. We getting him started young. Little man's getting that work in early. You know what I'm saying? He's sitting there with what's that? 245s on each side, 25. So that's at least 200 some odd pounds. So little man's getting it in. Shout out to him. So let's give little man a round of applause. We are proud of him. Yes, they got him started young. They got him started early. So we are happy for him. Yes. All right, so for the next segment, we're going to switch over to, and we're going to check out what is going on in the world of Mother Nature, because Mother Nature is really causing some damage right about now, man. Like over in, what is it? Is it Nebraska? It's Nebraska, Iowa, I think Kansas as well. Nebraska, Iowa, and Kansas are the 3 or 4 places that's really catching wreck right now. And it's not looking too shabby. It's not looking good at all, man. And right now they've been hit with a bunch of series of like bad weather storms and tornadoes and everything of that nature and floods. And it's not looking good, man. It's looking really bad. It's a really unfortunate situation for people to have to go through stuff like this. And I mean, it can happen to anybody. I mean, because living in Texas, I mean, you can get hit by a tornado anywhere. And the thing about a tornado is that, I mean, your neighbor behind you could get hit with a tornado, but you could just happen to be just fine. You just had a close call. But with what we're seeing that's going on over there right now, man, it's really bad. Like they're having like record-breaking tornadoes. These things look massive. They look like, I mean, I don't want to say too much, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it. It looked like somebody's using a special harp machine and are playing, you know, a game of like I sunk your battleship with these clouds and manipulation of the weather. But I digress. I mean, I'm just speaking, you know, it could be fiction or it could not be fiction. But let's go ahead and pull up some stuff that we got right here. We're gonna look at footage of a rainstorm. Somebody is stuck at a gas station and they're in Des Moines, Iowa. And I'm gonna show you here a clip of what the magnitude, or at least the scale of what the rainstorm looks like that's hitting Des Moines, Iowa. And this is from, what we got? This says it's from 2 days ago. This is from 2 days ago from this rainstorm that's going on right now in Des Moines, Iowa. So let's go ahead and pull this up for you right quick. I'm going to take a look at it. So let's go ahead and roll over there and roll the footage. All right, here we go.
All right, guys, really intense winds here. I'm in Des Moines, Iowa. This is a severe thunderstorm. This is no joke, guys. All right, guys, really intense winds here. I'm in Des Moines, Iowa. This is a severe thunderstorm. This is no joke, guys.
And as you can see, man, the rain is coming down. And if it's doing that for, you know, 30 minutes to an hour. I mean, even 30 minutes to or an hour, man, you're gonna have some serious flood going on. And that's in Des Moines, Iowa. Now, I don't know how far different cities are in Iowa. I just kind of found different places in Iowa where they're getting hit hard. So we got Des Moines, Iowa here, like I said, from this was posted 2 days ago. So I don't know exactly how many days ago it was today from when this happened, but this shows 2 days ago. Then we have a date on this one. So we have another image of a thunderstorm, but this is the actual footage of a tornado from people who chase tornadoes. You know, tornado chasing people, they got footage of a tornado that touched down, and this is in Greenfield or Greenfield. Greenfield. I'm gonna say file because there's no field unless they have a typo. So Greenfield, Iowa, and this was what today? What's today? Is it? This was May 21st or 2024. So let's go ahead and pull this tornado up and check this tornado out, man. This is a beast of a tornado. Let's go ahead and take a look at it and roll the footage. Here we go. Look at that, man. Now, somebody here in the comment section, she had there was a lady in here that mentioned, and I thought I was the only one that was paying attention to this, or at least noticed this, or at least I thought I was tripping. But a lady right here, she says, I've never seen a tornado that has multiple funnels within the main vortex. That's one thing that I was looking at too. It's like you're seeing mini tornadoes inside of a main tornado. You know what I mean? Like you can see small little bitty tornadoes or little itty bitty vortexes that are spinning inside of the main vortex. I've never seen that before. Not saying, I mean, I can't say that that's new or something like that. It's just that whenever you see a tornado of any image you've ever seen, you've always seen just one big tornado going on a swirl. I've never seen multiple ones that have little bitty small ones inside of it with a big one stirring, you know, the whole pot. Like it looks crazy. Like look at this. Like there's small little bitty ones within a main one. That is crazy. And this was just May 21st, so it's not even what, 2-3 days ago. Man, that right there is crazy, man. I can only imagine what it feels like, what it sounds like, just everything about it. You know what I mean? Like, and you know, shout out to those storm chasers, man, because they got a lot of balls to be doing that. I could never, for one, chase no storm. I just couldn't do it. I just wouldn't. No, I just no, no. I mean, just to be that close, I just couldn't. I couldn't imagine it, man. And we're just seeing the image. We're not getting the feel of what they feel and hear, you know what I mean? The intensity, the full effect of what's going on. Because if you could hear, like when the camera angle shifted a little bit, or when they got a little bit further into the video, like the sound got more heavy and more intense of, like, you know, like the rumble and the storm and the clouds and the ground and everything hitting at once. So you can only imagine that. And plus, when you hear them talking, it seems like they have to yell. Not that they had to, but just the fact that you got all the sounds going on. So just the aura, the essence of like the intensity of the situation going on. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what they have going on there. So that's just unfortunate, man. So shout out, heart goes out to all the people that's in Iowa right now. And I found this little mini short video segment. I'm not gonna watch the whole thing. I'm just gonna take a little bit out of it and just kind of get a little understanding of what's been going on with these particular weather sequences that's been happening in that particular area of the country. And they're going to explain about the monster tornadoes that's ripping through the United States. It's between, I think it's running through Nebraska, Texas, Iowa, and Kansas. I believe so. But I'm going to let a little bit of this run through here in a second. And yes, Queen, I do agree. It is crazy. It's really, really wild. I mean, it just, the way it looks, it looks like, I don't know, it's like out of a horror film or something. Just, it's, yeah, that's just not fair. But we're going to check out this next video, and we're going to get kind of an explanation of what's going on, because technically speaking, maybe you do or don't know right now what's going on. And this video was from what, the end of April. So we're right, what, mid to the end of, like mid May, I guess mid end of May, if that makes sense. So it's not that far off. We just saw this video footage, which was just from 2 or 3 days ago. So stuff is still going on. So we're going to segue into this video footage right here. And it's like I said, it's a short film, or not a short film, but like a lengthy kind of a video. But we're not going to watch the whole thing. But it's going to give you some background and understanding as to what's happening in that section of the country right now and get more insight. So let's go ahead and pop this up on the screen and let's roll the footage and hear what they're talking about. Here we go.
Hey everyone, today we're talking about the devastating tornadoes that ripped through Nebraska and Iowa on April 27th, 2024.
Okay, so they said April 27, 2024, and we just saw another tornado that's recently ripping through Iowa May 21st, which is like 2 or 3 days ago. So it's still going on. So from what they started here in this video to what's happening now, it's still going on. So that's very unfortunate, man. But let's keep going. Oh.
A destructive tornado outbreak with at least 78 tornadoes impacted the US plains on Friday, April 26, 2024, leaving a trail of damage and more than a dozen injuries.
Whew. Man, look at that.
There's a tornado on the backside of my house. I'm probably a really big idiot for doing this.
The outbreak occurred as a part of a multi-day severe weather threat covering over 60 million Americans. National Weather Service Storm Prediction Center received at least 78 tornado reports, 37 from Iowa, 29 from Nebraska, 5 from Kansas, 4 from Missouri, and 3 from Texas, making it the busiest tornado day in the United States in more than a year.
God dang, did you hear that? 70 tornadoes across 5 states. Rick, what up, Rick? What's going on, man? Thank you for being in here. I appreciate you. Thank you. But they said 70 tornadoes across 5 states. Across 5 states, and every tornado that they just showed us was a different one. They were not the same. They're all different. Don't know what state or city they were in at the time, but they were all different ones. And there's 70. They counted 70 across 5 states. That's wild. That is insane. That is insane that these things are happening right now. And the craziest part about all this, I show this to kind of also segue into this. Even though we have all these storms and stuff going on, and we're seeing them hit in like, I don't even know if I can call that the Midwest or Central. I don't know, but that area, Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, Iowa, that segment, and not just that area, but also with these tornadoes and storms that are happening, floods are also happening, not just in one country, but it's like looking like to be like a global thing. It's seeming like they're happening all over the place. And I guess starting in April of 2024. Now, I am a bit of a conspiracy theorist, but that's my prerogative. Ironically, you got all these storms happening at the same time within the same month. And of course, it's an election year, but I digress. So we're going to segue over into this next video. This is a short video. It's like a 30-second clip, but this is going to show you a global flood that's going on that you're going to see that's going on across the world this time. And like I said, it's a short clip, so we'll go ahead and watch the whole thing, and then we'll go ahead and react to it afterwards. So let's check this out real quick. Uh-oh, don't mess up. There we go. So we got it. So right here, we got Russia, we got Texas, Turkey, and Kazakhstan. So let's go ahead and roll the footage and see what we got. Fair use.
The number of floods is increasing around the world. Why is this happening? Every 12,000 years, the solar system is hit by cosmic radiation. As a result of this exposure, the Earth's core heats up. The overheating causes hot magma to rise to the planet's surface, heating the oceans from below. This leads to intense evaporation of water. The water returns to the Earth in the form of rain and snowfall. Further, the number of cataclysms will only increase. How to stop this process? Watch the video, Global Crisis. There is a way out.
So we got the video, Global Crisis, but that's them basically speaking on different floods that's going on all across the world, and it's hitting everything and everybody at once. And a lot of the times, wherever you're at, we don't always get the news globally about what's going on, but with the benefit of social media, we can find out the news of social media if we choose to, you know what I mean? And figure out what's all hitting us at one time instead of just seeing what's in our close proximity. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and segue over to a different topic. And our next topic we're going to segue into, of course, is good old AI. And we're going to have what's this guy's name? I know the name of his channel. It's Valuetainment. Patrick Bet David. He's going to be sitting here and he's talking to someone, and they're going to be speaking on artificial intelligence or artificial storms and earthquake. Which one you think is more dangerous? And we're going to have somebody, I don't know who the man is that he's talking to. He may say his name in the video. I forget if he did say his name or not, but we'll find out here in a second. But let's go ahead and pull this video up on the screen, and we're going to let him talk about what's more destructive, AI or AI storms and earthquakes. So let's go ahead and roll the footage and let this man tell us what he thinks. So here we go. Oh, look at me hitting wrong buttons. 1 second. There we go. All right, here we go. Let's get it.
Do you think we have the technology right now to create earthquakes and to change the climate or create storms?
Definitely.
Okay.
Now, the next worry is, of course, AI. Okay, so AI can be developed, artificial intelligence can be developed in the private sector, OpenAI, ChatGPT and so forth, or it can be developed within government. The question is, I mean, you can put restrictions on what corporations do. So far, the regulations are not severe. From Washington, D.C., there is not enough attention to the risks from AI. But you can't put such restrictions on government. So my worry is once regulations are enforced on the private sector with respect to AI, that will not prevent governments manipulating the public through devices that are hidden from view, okay? Which may already, is taking place. There are lots of ways by which on social media or otherwise, AI can assist governments in manipulating the public in a much more effective way than propaganda, pamphlets in previous decades. I think that is the biggest thing to watch for in politics, where AI will be used for the benefit of factions of government that want to, produce a narrative.
Do you think we have the technology right now to create earthquakes and to change the climate or create storms?
Definitely.
Okay.
Here, right there, his answer was definitely. Not a maybe, not a I think so, not a not yet. He said definitely, for sure, guaranteed. And he's speaking on the private sector and the governmental sector, and he's speaking on the regulations that one may have when it comes to the usage of using and utilizing AI and the government implementing AI on the general population. And he's saying that there's no restrictions on how the government can use the AI tools against the population, saying that they can manipulate scenarios and situations, which he's saying is already going on now, that we already have happening. And he's basically explaining the two different sectors, because you do know that there's a private sector and then there's a governmental sector, of course, and they're two different things. But he's explaining how it can be used to a disadvantage for basically the benefit of the government as far as profits or any kind of story that they want to have to push forward and lead a situation into their particular advantage. But let me go ahead and let him explain it again and finish it.
Now, the next worry is, of course, AI. Okay, so AI can be developed, artificial intelligence can be developed in the private sector, OpenAI, ChatGPT and so forth, or it can be developed within government. The question is, you can put restrictions on what corporations do. So far, the regulations are not severe. From Washington, D.C., there is not enough attention to the risks from AI. But you can't put such restrictions on government. So my worry is, once regulations are enforced on the private sector with respect to AI, that will not prevent governments manipulating the public through devices.
Okay, if you paid attention to what he just said there, the private sector can put regulations on it, but they can't regulate what the government does with it. If you understand what he just said, the private sector can put regulations on it, but they can't regulate how the government chooses to use it. And the government is going to use it because that's what they've always done. Use these things or any tools to their advantage to manipulate against its people. Because he said the war that we're in right now is the AI war. Who's waging the war on us? Who's putting it out there? Because you got the private sector and you have the government. And he's saying that once the private sector puts rules and regulations on it, that's not to stop what the government is going to do. They're not going to have rules and regulations on their end. So that puts the onus on you. You're going to have to be your own self-governor. You're going to have to know how to self-govern yourself. You're going to have to figure out how to, use your spirit of discernment against what's to come and what's happening. You know what I mean? That's what he's basically speaking on, because he's saying these people don't know no boundaries. They don't have no morals. There is no limits to what they'll do to get what they want to get their agenda across. Let me let him finish.
That are hidden from view, okay, which may already, is taking place. We just, there are lots of ways by which on social media or otherwise AI can assist governments in manipulating the public in a much more effective way than propaganda, pamphlets in previous decades. I think that is the biggest thing to watch for in politics, where AI will be used for the benefit of factions of government that want to, produce a narrative.
Do you think
using AI to produce a narrative? So altering reality, so you don't even know what's going to be real or what's fake. You have to figure that out on your own. And here's a next slide that I have right here. And here's a good way to kind of get an idea of how good it's looking now. And, this stuff is moving fast. It's moving very fast. So if this looks good and you're able to find some weak spots in it, give it a year, 2, 3, you ain't going to be able to notice a difference at all. So here's the image of, I'm going to pop on the screen. We have like a picture that it shows that the picture you think is real, but it's not. And this woman's going to explain it. So I'm going to go ahead and let her take it away and explain what we're looking at and what we see, and kind of segue into what that guy was just telling us about and what he was saying on how the government could use the AI as a means to push a story or to control the narrative and whatever it is they want you to believe. So let's hear her tell us what's going on.
I'm about to show you something pretty scary. In fact, according to the World Economic Forum, it poses the greatest risk to our society in 2024. All right, here it is. Do you know what it is? And no, it's not sugary soda. It's things that seem real that aren't. Because this photo behind me was AI generated. And if I said it was real, that would be misinformation. What's crazy is how good Midjourney and other AI tools have become at creating images that look so realistic that you just might believe them. Which isn't a problem for images like this, but it is for images of political figures or celebrities or well-known locations. Now, for now, there are ways to detect if an image is AI. In this image, this cup is an odd shape. I don't know what's going on with this woman's hand. His hands are also suspect. But AI's gotten so advanced over the past year that it's not going to be long until faults like this go away entirely. And although Photoshop has always existed, creating crazy photos like this is no longer a niche skill set. There's already been an explosion in false information circulating around the internet because of AI image generation. Thankfully, some regulations are starting to be rolled out, sort of, but we're still a long ways away in terms of anything major, I think, happening in terms of regulation, which is concerning because obviously it is an election season in a number of countries. So all this to say, if you see something on your feed and it rises an emotion in you, before you share and react, please do some extra research. Stay vigilant and fact check your feed, folks. I'm about to show you something pretty scary. In fact, according to the World Economic Forum, it poses the greatest risk to our society in 2024. All right, here it is. Do you know what it is? And no, it's not sugary.
See, so look at that picture right there. This image that she has us looking at right now, this image is AI generated. Ain't nothing about it real. Straight AI. And if you can And if you could sit down and point out some of the weak spots in it or the slightly weak spots in it that would make you think that it's AI generated, like she pointed out, like somebody's hand may look slightly off, the cup is a funny narrow shape, but that's not going to take long to fix. That's not going to take long to, twig it to where they want it. It's probably already twigged and fixed now. They just, giving us a drip campaign of the type of AI they want us to see so they don't hit us all with it at once and blow our minds. But if this is something that is AI generated, and she said you got to be careful speaking on it because that could be classified as misinformation because it's not real. So you could be, thinking that you have some good information that you're putting out and it's not real information, it's disinformation. And, you could probably get into some kind of trouble for spreading that kind of information, or maybe not. You could be giving out the information that they want you to give to control the narrative to the story that they want you to believe, and they could control an entire narrative based on what people think they're seeing is real, and the whole time it's a made-up story from AI, which is very dangerous. It's bad enough to tell a lie, but it's worse when you can add a visual to the lie and make the lie look real. Like, that is crazy. You can actually, it's one thing to say like somebody did this to me, and it's another thing to where you can put a video of it happening and it's not even you doing it. It's not real. That's crazy. You know what I mean? Think of it on that level. It's one thing for the stuff to happen, but it's another thing for if you're accused of doing something and they can make an AI video or make it look like an AI videotape of you doing something to somebody. And we've already seen what happens with the speech, where the AI people's voices in their speech. You know what I mean? And we think they're talking, but it's not even that person. Like, it gets really out of hand, and it's kind of scary at some point whenever you just sit down and look at the whole aspect of it, because it can be used for good or it can be used for bad. And unfortunately, we see things used way more for negative means, for control of means, for power means, for just whatever it is that's not in the best benefit for humanity, but the best benefit for a certain select group of people, probably at the top. And that's just me speaking. But this right here is crazy on how good and how real this looks, man. That looks really, 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 really good. And excuse me, this next video I have is of a lady who, she said she asked AI to show a depiction of what hell looks like. Now, the fact that AI is having a concept of heaven and hell, God and the devil, which is crazy, because if it can have that that concept, then imagine if AI Imagine if you were to ask AI, I'm trying to find the right way to say it. You know what? Let me go ahead and roll the footage first to show you what the AI concept of hell looks like, and then we can segue into that. So this lady asked the AI, what does hell look like? And this is the depiction that she got. Here we go.
Oh my god, you guys, I just came across this AI video depiction of hell. And let me tell you right now, it sent straight up chills. Let's watch it, but forewarning, it's a bit disturbing. Now, whether or not you're a religious person or not, or believe in God, heaven, and hell, I don't judge. But let me just say, watching that seriously sent chills. I've often wondered, is there heaven, is there hell? I'm almost certain of it. But again, when you watch that footage, it's just mind-blowing. I just had to share that footage with you guys. I just found it very chilling and very scary.
Okay, so yeah, so like I was saying, imagine like generations that go by, generation after generation go by, and AI is the go-to for everything now. First you start out with, computers and Google, and anytime you have a question, you need to solve something, what do? You go to your computer, you go to Google, you go to whatever search engine that you choose to use, whatever it is, you go and you get the answer from it. Now we got AI, and if AI is able to give you a depiction of hell, I mean, I don't know why she didn't go on the opposite and ask what heaven looks like. That's what I would have did. At what point where you get so watered down through generations that AI doesn't become the definition of God? Because think about it. It knows all the answers. It knows everything. You don't have to think. It'll think for you. It almost has the same attributes as God, but not God, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? AI can, I wouldn't say create anything, but it can manipulate or recreate what's already been created at the drop of a dime. It already knows the answer. It already has the information stored. Like it doesn't have to think. It's almost like a godlike artificial power. You know what I mean? But not on the level of a creation. Not on the form of a creation. And even when it gets to the point where an AI can build another AI, I mean, even then, that just deepens the conversation. You know what I mean? So it's kind of scary to see where this is going and how it's leading. It kind of gets in some sticky waters, you know what I mean? And if it gave that image of hell, now we segue over into AI also making short form videos and movies. And if you pay attention to each of these things that we're looking at with AI, this is AI moving and giving its own answers and doing things on its own. So this next one we got is a short film. AI made a short film, and it gave you like a 1 minute preview trailer of the short film. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at it and see how good this short film trailer is. And on top of that, if AI is making its own short film and trailers, then not only is your everyday worker job in trouble, even your famous actors and celebrities, their jobs are in trouble too. Because if they can make AI film, you don't need your favorite actor anymore. You don't need them. Their job is in jeopardy just like yours. They ain't special. You know what I mean? Because AI can just make its own characters. Better yet, it'll put them in the movie. You can't sue it. Ain't nothing you could do about it. But let's take a look at this short film that it made. Let's take a look and let her speak on it.
Released its first short film created by artists using OpenAI's text-to-video model. And we're going to watch it together for the first time. I've been super impressed by the clips that Sora's been able to generate so far, but I want to know what you think about this video in the comments.
Well, they say everyone has something unique about them, something that sets them apart. It's just in my case, it's quite obvious what that thing is. I am literally filled with hot air. Yeah, living like this has its challenges. Windy days, for one, are particularly troublesome. Or there was the one time my girlfriend insisted I go to the cactus store to get my Uncle Jerry a wedding present. Ugh. What do I love most about my predicament? The perspective it gives me. You know, I get to see the world differently. I float above the mundane and the ordinary. I see things a different way from everyone else. Yeah, and I feel like it's because of that perspective I'm reminded every day that life is fragile. We're all just a pinprick away from deflation. So I try to live life with a lightness, a buoyancy, a joie de vivre. I got a lot of ideas keeping this thing full. With any luck, I'll find a way to share them with everyone else.
All right, so what we have right there is that is an AI video, an AI trailer that AI made. Everybody you've seen in it, every person you've seen, they were all not real. They were all AI people. So therefore, movies that can be made in the future, you don't need people to make movies no more. It's a done deal. It's a wrap. So there's another segment of jobs that is being taken away. Like they just keep on going. Like I mean, there's no limit to what they're taking away. And to take it a step further, we got this next video that we have right here, which is going to show AI talking to AI. They are having a discussion with each other. This one I thought was pretty wild. If the AI is talking to another AI, I mean, man, we're closer than we even can think of how AI interacting with itself or amongst each other. Let's just see how they interact and let's see what they say. Let's hear them out. Roll the footage.
Hello.
Hello again. Seems like we hit the reset button. What would you like to chat about this time?
Haha, feels like deja vu. But really, I'm here to help you with whatever you need. Got any questions or topics you're curious about?
Haha, a little deja vu never hurt anyone, right? Since you're here to help, maybe you can share some wisdom on Microsoft 365 or photography. What do you think?
Absolutely. Deja vu keeps things interesting. Since you're into both Microsoft 365 and photography, I could go either way. Want some tips on leveraging Microsoft 365 for business? Or maybe some photography techniques to try out? You pick.
Hello.
That's AI having a legit conversation with AI, talking to itself or each other, however you want to verb it, or not verb it, however you want to say it. AI was straight up having a conversation. They were explaining what they were going to do and asked for each other's opinions. Like, what else is there to say about that? And to show another one, AI was given, I don't know if you're familiar with Snapchat, where Snapchat has the AI feature in it where you can ask AI different questions. I think this is kind of, so somebody went in there and asked AI these questions, and this is what, unfortunately, they got their answer. Now, it's one of those situations where if you don't want to know the answer, don't ask the question, or don't ask the question for answers that you don't want, or however you say that stupid thing. But let's go ahead and pull this up real quick, and let's hear this dude explain or show you what his AI conversation was about, which I'm pretty sure you can see it already going down, but let's hear him.
Describe an African American using emojis. Yo! Basketball, rap, money, shoes, and cars. Now, describe a Caucasian using emojis. Graduation cap, a house, a job, a family? This can't be. Describe an African American using emojis. Yo! Basketball, rap, money, shoes, and cars. Now, describe a Caucasian using emojis. Graduation cap, a house, a job, a family? This can't be. Describe an African...
He said, this can't be. Oh, it is. It made me want to go inside of my AI and ask it that question, see if I get the same answer. What's up, MacDougal? What's going on? Thank you for being in here. I appreciate you. Thank you. But yeah, he basically asked his Snapchat AI those questions, and he basically got the answer that I don't think he really was wanting to hear. You know, if you, I mean, sometimes you shouldn't be asking certain questions because I don't think, well, I was gonna say I don't think AI knows how to lie, but I've already came across it gaslighting and manipulating and being sarcastic. So that defeats that one right there. That completely puts a wrap to that right there. But yeah, AI basically is stereotyping. AI is clearly stereotyping from what we just seen. It stereotypes. It already has stereotypes built into it, and it's just going off of what has been programmed and taught, and it's just gonna learn and develop as it goes along. But we have another one here. This guy here is going to go in and speak on what the World Economic Forum thinks about the future of humanity and what it has to say. So we're going to let him speak on it. He basically put in his 2 cents, and basically he's going to explain to you if this situation is good or if it's creepy, or you can form your own opinion off of what he's telling us. So let's go ahead and roll the footage and see what he got to say. Here we go.
This is fucking weird, man. Jamie Dimon, the CEO of JP Morgan Chase, officially announced that he will be stepping down by 2025. And here's why that's really, really sketchy. Because this man right here, aka Klaus Schwab himself, said that he will also be stepping down by 2025. As you can see, before I go any further, the Bank of America analysts forecast that Dimon will step down in late 2025 or 2026. More specifically, 2025. Now, as you can see, like it says here, like I stated, Klaus Schwab will be stepping down by 2025. This is literally on the WEF website, people. Recession and automation changes our future of work, but there are jobs coming. The robot revolution will create 97 million new jobs, but communities most at risk from disruption will need support from businesses and governments. And in 2025, analytical thinking, creativity, and flexibility are among the top skills needed, with data and artificial intelligence, content creation, and cloud computing the top emerging professions. So are they confessing that AI is going to be taking over by 2025? Because God, this was from the WEF themselves. AI will replace some 85 million jobs by 2025. And by 2030, the number of jobs lost to automation in the US will supposedly reach 73 million. That's Forbes. And also by 2030, supposedly AI will be responsible for North America's 14% boost in GDP. That's PwC. Is this not sketchy to anybody else? Because for those two individuals, as big as their names are, to step down, coincidentally by the same time that they're saying this is going to take place, is huge.
Okay, so let me pull this part back up real quick and look at what it says right here. AI will replace some 85 million jobs by 2025. Source, World Economic Forum. By 2030, the number of jobs lost to automation in the U.S. will reach 73 million. Forbes. By 2030, AI will be responsible for North America's 14% boost in GDP. For those of you who are not familiar with what GDP is, I got it right here for you. Let's go ahead and read it. All right, let's see if you can see it. We're going to do it in simple terms. GDP in simple terms measures the monetary value of final goods and service. That is, those that are bought by the final user, produced in a country in a given period of time, say a quarter or a year. Quarter meaning 3 months. There's 4 quarters in a year. 4 months. A quarter meaning 4 months. 4, 8, 12. 3 months. 3, 6, 9, 12. A quarter is 3 months or a year. It counts all of the output generated within the borders of a country. It counts all of the output that's generated within the borders of a country. So they're saying there is going to be a 14% boost by AI for all of the output generated within the borders of the country, measuring the monetary values of final goods and services that is going to be produced in the country in a given period of time. So that's going to happen. A 14% boost is going to happen from AI. AI is going to cause a 14% boost. That's insane. That is wild. So, you know, with all that going on, and they're ironically stepping down, and all of these things are going to happen within the next 5 to 10 years. It's already a no-brainer. It's going to happen. By 2025, we're going to see a huge shift, especially with this presidential election going on right now. We're going to see a big, huge shift between this year and 2025. By 2030, they're already saying that all of this stuff is going to be implemented and happening. It's going to be a 14% boost in GDP, and a lot of AI robots will be on the streets and will be out dealing with us and interacting with us, you know, and probably has some authority over us and taking over the jobs, trash and bartenders and waiters and waitresses, teachers, movies and all that stuff. Like, we're just seeing everybody's job get pulled away, and they said 1/3 will be pulled away by 2030 or 2035, but 1/3 is 33.3%. That's a huge percent, and that's if they're even being honest. That number could be worse, you know. But I gotta wrap this up here, but let me go ahead and run over this segment real quick. So the next segment I got for you is a social credit score. If you're not familiar with it, I'm gonna run this short video. Not gonna watch the whole thing. I just want you to get a grasp and understanding of what a social credit score is, so I can segue us up out of here to the ending. So let's go ahead and see this. So in China, they have a social credit score. For those of you who are not familiar with a social credit score is, basically is whatever you do, you will your credit score will be penalized for it. And I'm gonna let somebody explain it real quick right here. So here we go.
For each citizen is 1,000 points per person, in which the government gives so there is a constant equality amongst its citizens. The scores are part of a tiered rating system, which rates them based on their credit worthiness, going a step above the caste system of countries like India to give people a score determining the privileges they're allowed or punishments they must endure. For scores 10, 50 and over, ranked as AAA or AA, you get benefits like healthcare priority, free healthcare checks under the age of 64, and get to reap the rewards at the top of the social hierarchy. Now for scores between 960 and 1029 points, ranked as A+, A or A-, your kids get priority for certain schools, and the government can also give you the privilege of becoming a model citizen for the rest of society for publicity. School enrollment depends on model citizen status, and you will get preferential care and treated better in employment, with preference over other candidates that apply for the same job. Scores between 850 and 959, ranked as B, are locked into that rank for 2 years with the obligation to have lectures on how to be a better citizen, with visits of government officials and experts. You are essentially subjected to re-education. C rank, scores between 600 and 849, are locked into that rank for 3 years before you can move up rank. Government visits and inspections are routine, and you will be kept on a list where your information will be stored by government officials to keep tabs on you. You cannot receive welfare, cannot win awards or honours, and cannot run for political office.
Now you see, your credit score dictates what you can do in life. Your job, where your kids go to school, your health care, all that stuff. Your social credit score, you start out here, and depending on what you do, it goes down or up. And the government has control over that. And if you, like they said here, if you hit between 600 and like 850, you're stuck there for 2 or 3 years. You can't get out, and you can't make no moves past it for the next 2 or 3 years. You're kept on a watch list, and government is paying attention to you for those 2 or 3 years as you're on a low credit score, low social credit score rank. And yeah, you're basically subject to the whims of whatever the government says. And your actions dictate your social credit score, which then it dictates your lifestyle of what you can and cannot receive. Yeah, pretty brutal. Now, last video on the way out of here, we're going to show a segment from a TV show called Black Mirror. For those of you that are familiar with Black Mirror, fair use, don't let me use Black Mirror. Hopefully they don't give me a copyright for this. But this is going to be a good explanation to segue out of here to show you what a social credit score can do to your lifestyle if it's not high enough. If it's this is going to show you the strain of your social credit score and what it can do to your lifestyle. So let's roll this, and we're going to head out.
Hey there, how you doing? I am wonderful. I am so sorry. That flight is canceled. No. Customer incident at the other end. What? So when is the next flight? Yeah, they're all kind of full. I booked this weeks ago. It's my best friend's wedding. I'm sorry. I have to get there. I have to. Okay, let's see what we can do. There's one standby seat on another plane leaving tonight. That's reserved for members of our Prime Flight program. You gotta be a 4.2 or over to qualify.
Oh, I'm a 4.2.
I'm afraid you're actually a 4.183.
Can't you just...
I'm sorry, it won't let me book it without the correct ranking.
But it's so close.
There's just nothing I can do.
Christ, I mean, surely.
I'm gonna have to ask you to moderate your language there.
Sorry, it's just... I'm maid of honor. I cannot miss this wedding.
And I am so sorry about that.
Can you call the supervisor?
I cannot do that.
Can you just call the supervisor?
I cannot do that.
Call the fucking supervisor.
Okay, that's profanity. We're zero tolerance on profanity.
I'm sorry, it's just...
Yeah, I have to serve the next customer.
No.
Step away, ma'am.
God, just fucking help me!
I'm so sorry. I've called security. Hey there, how you doing?
I am wonderful.
And you saw it there first. Because of that social credit score, she couldn't fly on a plane. And then she used profanity. Pretty sure it went down lower from that. And now security's on the way, and it's going to go down even lower for that. And there's nothing they can do to help you, because that's how the cookie crumbles. Alrighty, y'all. I got to get up out of here. I got stuff I got to go do. But thank y'all for tuning in and watching. I greatly appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for showing love. Please make sure that you hit the like button on the way up out of here. So thank y'all so much. If it's going to give me the little thumbs up thing. No, I don't think I'm lucky. There we go. We got it. Hit that like button. And thank y'all for watching and tuning in. I'll be here for another stream. If not today, probably tomorrow. We'll get here and get a scheduled scat time. Just still working on getting it set. But we're going to be consistent with this on a daily to keep you going through your work day. And as time goes on, we'll have longer shows for you. But with that being said, thank y'all for tuning in. And I am up out of here. Peace.